This is physics question and waves. So the diagram below, as you can see, it shows the movement of the wave, which is the distance here, and also you have which is displacement. So displacement is the distance moved in a specific or particular direction. Then we have a distance here, which is the length between 2 points. So as you can see, we have from 0 here up to 100 here, then also from 0 up to 60, and then from 0 up to 60 and negative 60 here, as you can see. As you can see from the question. The first question is saying that what is the wavelength of the wave? So the wavelength, in fact, the distance between two successive crests. So wavelength, the distance between two successive crests. For example, how do you measure wavelength? So for example, this is a complete circle. This is a complete circle. So now, this complete circle is what we call wavelength. So for example, if you have this half circle, then another half circle again. So half plus half, we have one complete circle. So one complete circle, it make what we call a wavelength. So for example, we try to check here. As you can see, this circle is like a quarter here, because when you try to cut here, this quarter and this quarter to make half circle, then plus this one. So the distance from here to here is what we call wavelength. So wavelength is the complete circle because this half circle. So we get this part from here, this part, and also this part to make also another half circle. So it means the wavelength is from here to here. So which number is it? 50. And as you can see, it's 50 what centimeter. So my first answer here for A is 50 what centimeters. This will be the answer for the first question. Then I will go to the next question. The question B is saying the period of the wave is so period is supposed to be 1.0 second. What is its a frequency and speed? So you should want to find a frequency and speed. So we need to know that frequency is equal to 1 over period. So this is the period, and also this is frequency. This number is one is constant. So we have the frequency is equal to 1 over my period, the time taken here, the period. The question is saying that the period of the wave is 1. So it means I'll put 1 point, which is same as 1. So frequency is equal to 1 into 1, which is 1. 1 hence, as you can see like this. This will be my frequency. Then now the question is saying that I need to find what the speed and frequency. So since I know that velocity is equal to frequency wavelength. So velocity, which is speed, is equal to frequency, it's 1 times the wavelength. The wavelength from here to here, as you can see, it's what? It's 50 there, 50, okay? Wavelength 50. So velocity is equal to this time, this, it will be 50 meters per second, okay? Or before that, okay, this is wrong. So before that, because this wavelength is in centimeter, so I need to convert into what? Into meters. So I will divide by what? By 100. So I have this time this I have 0.1 meter per second like this. This will be my velocity. So I've found two answers, as you can see, frequency and velocity. Then now the last question is saying what will be the wavelength of the wave if its frequency is increased. So it means I need to find the new what will be the wavelength of the wave. So wavelength if its frequency is increased. So we say the frequency, so velocity is equal to frequency wavelength. This question question is now here. Okay, so my velocity now is what? Is 0.1. is equal to then frequency here. So what will be the wavelength of the wave if its frequency is increased 2? So it means frequency 5 here. Then wavelength, I don't know. So I'll say over 5 and also here over 5. Or 5 will now cancel here. So it means wavelength is equal to, so I need to divide now. 0.1 divided by 5 divided by 5. So you're supposed to use a calculator. Here, supposed to use a calculator. So I have 0.1 divided by 5. So the answer is 0.02 meters per second. As the final answer. So this is the solution for this question. Hope it's very much clear. Thank you very much.